Okay, you guys. So I need to share another prophetic dream with you guys. God said it was time for this one, and then He confirmed it for me because He showed me so many U-Haul trucks yesterday. So this dream is about moving. The way I was seeing it, it will be swift and unexpected transitions, okay? It's about moving, but more importantly, it's about transitions. So expect swift and unexpected transitions or swift and unexpected moves, okay? And God also added that things will change overnight. Things will change overnight. All right. So in this dream, it was a really short and simple dream, and it picked up from my last moving dream. If you heard that dream, so the last moving dream, I was gathering my stuff to go, and taking it down to the car. And this moving dream, I was bringing my stuff to the new place, the new location, and I was putting my boxes right outside the door of the newer location. I thought it'd just be quicker that way if I just stack everything outside and then bring it in or whatever. So, and I knew this dream wasn't just for me, but for other people because I didn't recognize any of the locations. Okay, so God wanted to make sure that none of it was familiar to me personally because it was for other people, not just me. So I'm moving the stuff. I'm putting the boxes outside the door, and that's the first scene of the dream, right? The second scene of the dream, I'm standing in an empty room, and I'm just I'm trying to process everything basically, because things happen so quickly. So in a dream, it was as if one day, you know, not, one day, everything was the same, and the next we were moving. The next, our life was changing. Everything happened so quickly. It was like the day before we weren't even the day before we didn't even know we were going to be moving. That's what it felt like in a dream, okay? It was just like things changed overnight, unexpectedly. We didn't expect this. And the whole time I was thinking, this is nobody but God. I had favor during the process. I knew I had a knowing that I had favor with two people, and that's how we were able to move so quickly. And I was thinking about the amount of favor I had from those two people, and I just kept saying in the dream over and over again, I kept saying, this was nobody but God. I knew it. This had God's name written all over it. And I just kept saying, this was nobody but God. And I was processing everything because literally everything just changed like overnight. But I was ready because I was already prepared. So, and then also this was the funny part. This was for somebody too. I was sitting there thinking this was nobody but God. I thought about the favor I had. And then I also had the thought that I still had to come up with the rest of the money. So I have the keys to this place. I'm moving into this place, and I'm thinking I still have to come up with the rest of the money. And then I said to myself, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to finish moving, and then I just know it's going to all work out. We're going to figure it out. It's going to come together. I just knew it, and I pushed that thought aside. So that's for somebody as well. If God has shown you that He is relocating you or whatever the case may be, and you're concerned because you don't have the resources, Lord have mercy, you better give that to God, okay? You give that to God. So that was basically the dream, you guys. It was a swift, unexpected move. It seemed like things changed for us overnight. One day it just happened out of the blue. Next thing you know, we're moving. But we already had our stuff prepared. Everything was already packed. So that's another part of this. God brought to mind how we had to be prepared. We had to be prepared. He was reminding me of our last transition and how he warned me. He warned me several times. And sometimes God gives out so many warnings. You hear the same words on repeat. And because you're going through so much, and just to be honest, sometimes it's hard to hear the same messages and not see change. And at those times, it can kind of cause you to doubt. It can cause you not to take action or to move slowly because you may feel like things are never going to change. It's been this way for a while. You've been hearing the same messages. God has been saying the same things, but you're like, when, God, when? right? God always warns us ahead of time. He warns us ahead of time, whether it's going to be good or bad things. So he reminded me the last transition we had, he warned me, but he had did his, I received that warning several times. And I remember receiving it right before right before it was time, but I didn't take it seriously because I heard it so often. I heard it so much, so I didn't take it seriously. And so when it happened, I was caught off guard. I wasn't prepared. And it made the transition very hard for me. But it was God's intentions for it to be smooth as possible. He knew it was going to be, the whole situation was hard. He already knew that. So he wanted the transition to be as smooth as possible for me. So he prepared me. So same thing here, because he literally brought that back to mind. He wants you to be prepared because it's going to happen very quickly. And it's going to make it a lot easier for you if you've done what he told you to do. Whether that's getting organized. Some of y'all, he told y'all to get boxes. Whatever the case may be, you may be packing up your whole house and have no idea where you're going. But whatever he's led you to do it. And y'all, it's something about this. Our road ahead is narrow. The path is, I've seen this in my dreams. So let me just add this, because the path gets more narrow. The higher we climb, the more narrow the path gets. So in a previous season, God may have told you where. He may have given you the resources, but for whatever reason, it's his business. He is not telling you this time. And he loves surprises. Oh my God, he loves surprises. He is a cheerful giver. He is not telling you this time. He's keeping these details to himself, and he's keeping these details to himself, and we just have to trust him. Okay. So if this is your situation, you are not alone in this. Okay. Just be prepared. And you're like, I don't know when, I don't know where, but just be prepared, because that's what he told you to do. And in doing so, when it happens very quickly for you, you will be ready. You're going to have to process it. In a dream, I was processing like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe this is happening so fast. Like, my life changed overnight. But it was easier because I had, in a dream, I'm basically just grabbing the stuff and moving it. But the moment I had to stop and pause was because I had to process everything. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, my mind, my feelings, my emotions had to catch up because things were literally changing overnight. So y'all, I cannot stress this enough. Be prepared, okay? Be prepared for whoever this is for. Be prepared. I know things have been going a certain way for a while. You feel like it'll never change, but this is different. Whoever it is for, be prepared, because it's going to happen suddenly, swiftly, and things will change for you overnight. And like I said, this is about transition. So it could be you leaving a job. God has been telling you things that he wants you to do, to be prepared. Whatever he told you to do in your situation, make sure you have done it or you're doing it, so you will be prepared. Whatever your transition is, whether it is leaving a relationship, leaving a job, relocating, whatever it is, just make sure you are prepared, because it's going to happen quickly and things are going to change overnight. And then also, right after I had this dream, I had like 3 dreams the night I had this dream that I could actually remember in great detail, which surprised me. And so the dream I had right after this, that dream was about miracles and big changes. The message I had from that dream was people's lives were going to change. Things were about to come full circle. Oh my God, y'all. I've had a couple of dreams where God was giving me the message about things coming full circle. Okay. So that dream, the dream I had right after this, God had gave me the message that people's lives were about to change. Miracles, we were about to witness miracles. Big changes were happening, and things were going to be coming full circle, okay? And all of this is connected. So I love you guys. I pray this blessed whoever it was for. Make sure you are prepared, and y'all be blessed, all right? I love y'all. Y'all be blessed.